I give you a hug? No? Okay, okay. Come on in. We've got some fun stuff for today. Come on. Okay, first thing we do every morning is we come over for gathering. Let's go over to the table.
I'm having a show.
You're having a show?
I'm having a show. This is a camp. This is a circus.
That's a circus. Hi, I'm Jessie Seifert, and I'm the head teacher here at Artstart. Our program came about at the request of some of the parents. We had a toddler parent class, and following that, they were looking for a preschool that was an alternative to the more academic preschools in this area. So here we do focus on some of the on all of the early learning skills that are necessary for children to be prepared for kindergarten, yet our center is much more a child-centered program, and we have a much greater focus on fine arts here.
Jessie, how do you focus on the visual arts in your preschool program?
Well, fortunately, we're located here at the Parkersburg Arts Center, so we have exhibits in our gallery spaces that we take the children up to visit. We do a lot of inquiry there, asking them, basics about line, color, shape, form, symmetry, but also having them explain some of the paintings, pictures, sculptures to us in their own words, and really getting them to look and to think.
I found flyers. Oh. Look what I found.
Wow. Hey, Ethan, why do you think he put this stuff in his artwork?
So it can be fun
in the
for
classroom,
kids.
we introduce a new visual arts activity at least twice a week. Though we do follow thematic units, we also introduce a letter of the alphabet every week. And at least one of our art activities is related to that letter of the alphabet.
Could you give me an example of that?
For example, this week we're starting with the letter B, and we're going to be doing a batik process where we're using wax on fabric, and we're going to be using liquid watercolors with that.
Oh, so what happened to the line? Did it go away? It's still there, isn't it?
Are the wax lines still there?
It looks like a triangle.
Oh, and I see your wax lines. You made that curved line, the circle. Okay, let's hang these up on the wall to dry. Our theme was apples, and our letter was A. And not only did we apple print, but we did abstract action art. And we talked about what action art was. What did the term abstract mean? And we dipped apples in paints, and we threw them into big boxes where the kids could shake them all around and make their own creations, mix colors.
Art.
What do you love to do?
I love art.
What do you like to do?
I love art.
You do? What part of art do you like?
I like the draw and
like to-
paint. I like action.
Jessie, how is your preschool different than the traditional preschool that most children go to?
Well, one way that we try to set ourselves apart is by introducing fine arts rather than just craft into what we do in the art area.
What's the difference between the two?
Well, I see the difference as being something that's prescribed or something that the children create and they really do themselves. For an example, take snow. When it snows, we'll bring snow in and we'll have that in our sensory table. We will be making, snowmen using shaving cream, using the snow in the sensory table, using clay. If they want to represent snowmen using paper, rather than having pre-cut circles and hats and scarves and noses, we'll encourage the children to represent snowmen in their own way, whether they're able to cut out circles, whether they are able to rip the paper, how they choose to glue it together. We try to meet the children at the level where they are at that moment. Tai Chi is one way that we've been introducing the letters this year. And so, for example, you reach your, and we're going to make a capital A. It goes from the middle down to this foot. Boop, boop. If we stretch up high, it goes from the middle down to the other foot. Boop. And then you put your hand in the middle and you draw a line across.
How many teachers do you have in each class?
We have 2 teachers, and we have an open door policy where we encourage parent volunteers and community volunteers to come into the classroom as well, because these children are a gift, and they need and want as much attention as they can possibly get, and that's what we want to give them.
Now you mentioned parents. Do you feel the parents need to learn as well what you're doing?
Absolutely. I think it's very important that a teacher have a clear understanding of what their curriculum is based on and why they do it, because you need to communicate that to parents.
Okay, and if you think about education as preparing children for the future, a coloring sheet has nothing to do with that. But drawing, building, creating, designing, those all are directly related to those possible professions.